Hello and welcome to episode number 4 of the 3 Points podcast. My name is Matt Meaney. On this side is Joe Marrone. On that side is Ryan Buch. In the studio today is intern Jack. Producer Dan is en route. Busy episode today, lot to get through. Let's start off with some shout-outs. Joe, go ahead.
Yes, first I want to shout out our friend Jackson's fish. He's got a bunch of fish, and they're all pretty cool. One of them is named Sigma, I'm pretty sure.
One of them's name is Based.
Yeah.
One is Fish.
Yep. One died, I think, right?
There was like an infection in the tank, I think.
No, I think he got electrocuted.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, one of the fish got electrocuted. Rest in peace.
Yeah, my favorite is Based. Time for my shout out.
Yeah.
Alma mater. Shout out East Islip High School varsity boys basketball team. We're pushing for the playoffs right now. East Islip High School basketball has turned around. So yeah, big shout out there.
I also want to shout out two of our big fans, Alyssa and Adriana, for watching on separate devices. You all need to watch on separate devices so that we get more views.
In addition to another who heard our plea, Kaylee, for watching on actually 3 devices.
Can we get
like
a round of applause? Yeah,
Good job, Kaylee. 3 devices.
I like the commitment.
You got photographic evidence of it, and yeah, that's the type of stuff that gets you
A shout out.
a shout out. Yeah,
You really need to be, if you're not just watching, if you're watching with a group of people, find your own device, first of all, right? Don't need to be synced up. Just have it on in the corner. Make sure you're getting those views, because you're stealing from us if you're not. Second of all, if you want to be better, 2 devices per person, right? That's really what we're looking for here.
Yeah, I mean, if you're watching on separate devices, we might give you a small shout out. We're like slightly impressed, but if you're willing to go the extra mile,
and show us if you
can't
us,
just
text us evidence of it.
yeah, we
100%.
can't do it without evidence. But if there's evidence of it, then you'll get a big round of applause from us.
Yeah. So those are our shout outs for people. We also want to recognize Didi Gregorius was at Yankees spring training camp. Shout out Didi.
That's all you, bud.
That's all.
Yeah, that's all me. It was the 80th anniversary of Iwo Jima. We're just throwing stuff in now. And prayers up for Pope Francis. He's not doing too hot. It's not looking too good. Mixed reports, though, coming out now if he's getting better or if he's going the other way.
Who's your news source for this?
Global news.
The Vatican.
Yeah, this is a global news
Okay.
event.
Why would they lie about the Pope?
I don't think they would lie. I just didn't. That was just a genuine where do you get?
I heard I think one NBC report had him.
Hey, that's all. That's all. Hey, that's all. I want.
I'm giving you my sources
Okay.
now.
Hey, I mean, Pope Francis, you're a top G.
Yeah.
Hope you get better. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's all I have.
All right. We got some reverse shout outs too. You can earn a reverse shout out. Like, for instance, 3 people watching one device, reverse shout out. So if you know who you are out there, that's you. Ryan, do you want to go through LeVar Ball for us and just kind of talk through what happened?
So, because we're a news podcast.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I got out of class the other day, and shout out the 10. I just get a Rap TV post. It's like LeVar Ball emergency amputation. I was like, what? And yeah, he had just his foot cut off. Apparently, he has been using a cane for a while now. So this wasn't completely unexpected, but it's pretty unexpected.
Was that like diabetes or
They
like
wouldn't
gout
say.
or something?
I can ask, but
say.
yeah, he's back doing cameos already.
Yeah.
In good spirits. He saw LaMelo the other day.
That might be my favorite sport. What top 3 sports families just because of how funny they are.
Who's your favorite? I like Lonzo the best.
I think LeVar is my favorite, even though he doesn't play.
I don't like him.
I think he's really funny.
I think he's funny, but I don't.
I think he's so full of himself.
Yeah, I think he's just a bad guy. He didn't deserve to have his foot cut off, but he's a bad dude.
My rankings: Lonzo, LaMelo, and then Jello. That's my take.
I'm putting LiAngelo 1 just because I think he's goofy.
Poor Jello.
I'm a swerve.
Doesn't get any respect on his name.
Yeah.
He didn't. No offense to LiAngelo. He did not make it to the league, and LeVar did promise us that they would all make it to the league.
He honestly deserves to, not
He played on the Hornets for 5 days.
not first round or anything, but I feel like he deserves.
Okay.
He did wear a jersey, though, professionally.
He was in the G League for a minute, then played on the. Did he? I don't even know. He may play on the Hornets for
We're gonna do some checking.
But it wasn't you know.
But it's like the Hornets, so that's not even really professional.
That's why I don't rank LeVar that high, because he did promise me all 3. Sorry, I just got the Hornets. I like that they're.
He played for the Greensboro Swarm.
There you go. They're the
Good name.
Hornets patch is the Feastables. There you go. That based. That's really good.
That's really good. Yeah.
Notable North Carolina, or at least North Carolina.
Yeah.
Jimmy Donaldson. That's a crazy shout out. But yeah, LeVar promised all 3 and
Gave us 2.
gave us 2. So for that reason, LiAngelo automatically has to be 3. That's my take.
I mean, I think they're just a goofy sports family. The Mannings are over them easily.
Well, the Meaney's are over them like skill wise, if you want.
But also,
there,
like
I'm putting the James family over them.
over the Manning family or over. Oh, okay.
maybe.
Well, I think LeBron kind of just carries that entire family.
Bryce carries.
Well, Bryce isn't in the league yet.
Have you seen that clip of him impersonating LeBron? He's like, the king of Cleveland. Do you know what I'm talking about right now?
I actually have no clue.
Yeah.
It's like Bryce talking to Bronny. He's like impersonating his dad. He's like, how tall are you, boy? And
This is what Ryan does in his free time.
he just pops up on my feet. I saw
follows the James family.
Yeah, the goats.
They're not the GOATs. There's one guy on there that is the second best player of all time.
Bronny J.
Yeah, Bronny James. LeBron's probably like maybe top 10. He might break that.
I mean, you got to get past Larry Bird first. But
That's true.
Yeah.
quick reverse shout out. Yankees did overturn their facial hair policy.
Yeah, what is your take on
I think that's terrible. That's disgusting. It's a brand. Yankees have culture. They have a brand, and you just went and ruined it.
Yeah, the brand is called having no fun.
But I watched
class.
I watched the John Boy breakdown, and their more concern is that what classifies well kept. Like, are they just
Yeah,
call someone like you walk by like the beard judger in the morning, and it's like well kept, pass, not well kept, shave it.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be kind of like a up to management.
So
case by case.
how do they enforce that? Because they legally wouldn't be able to like shave off your hair, right?
No, but like to get on the field, you have to shave.
So they would, let's say, Aaron Judge, grows a big bushy beard. They're not letting him on the field until he shaves that.
Well, now it's well, but like here's the thing: like you can have a Charlie Blackmon type beard, right? It may be long, but he keeps it.
No, like that wouldn't work. I think they're
But so what's then? They're just saying they don't want it long.
yeah, it's just got to be like
But what's the point?
To have a beard of that magnitude, it's well kept.
well, Charlie Blackmon's also like just kind of the mess though.
But he has a well kept beard. Like that. Do you know what I'm saying? A beard of that magnitude doesn't just happen.
Yeah, but like once it gets that big, it's not really well kept anymore. It's just kind of like
Well, I kind of disagree. Like
I think it's just kind of crazy at that point.
You can keep it well.
But like Brian Wilson though, if you know him, former Giants closer, like big beard, that was well kept, I think.
So what's the purpose though of that? Just
because they should just make it uniform and say like it can only go like 2 inches.
Well, what do you mean purpose of what?
the purpose of the rule.
Well, the rule was for discipline originally because the guys were getting unruly. So George Steinbrenner said, first thing we're going to do is you clean up yourself, you look good, you're going to come up with more discipline. And it worked. Guys don't have discipline anymore.
And what, hair can do this to the collar?
Hair can't touch the collar, no.
So
Classic,
so boring.
classic Americana rules.
But I think it's very important for their one championship? No, sorry, 2 in the 2000s that they keep these rules because, you know, clearly they're keeping it up with the victories.
Hey,
Off topic, speaking of championships, I was doing a bunch of those like Sporkle quizzes the other day, like the, name all the champions. If you go and do the NBA championship one, until like I think 1980, it is purely just like Lakers and Celtics.
it's
like,
really good.
Even through 1980.
Yeah.
Lakers won like 5 or 6 times.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, but like, it's actually just kind of ridiculous. It's like the Celtics won 6 in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, that is
Up,
I think because they've won, 35 between the two teams.
it's
That's like half of all championships in the entire history.
good.
by two
It's
teams.
17 for the Lakers, 18 for the Celtics.
Yeah, which is a crazy.
It's awful.
crazy amount.
Can you get like the Philadelphia Warriors?
I'm happy with it personally, but
Okay.
Okay, bud.
Yeah, well, you said you weren't happy with Boston sports media.
Yeah, can we
Do you want to talk about
yes, I am happy with the teams. Not exactly happy with Boston sports media. You guys can jump in if you have any bad, not just Boston, any.
Well, I want to talk about first the Bregman Devers thing,
Yes,
because that's what you wanted to talk about.
just you guys can have some examples if you want later on, but I want to talk about there was 2 instances of just Boston sports media being just obnoxious and just lying. Actually, it's really bad journalism. The first one was in the wake of friend of the podcast Jeremy Swayman's contract.
Friend of the pod.
Yeah,
The show watcher. He watches the show.
Some of the members of the media were saying like members of the Bruins were upset with him. There was beef in the locker room because of the contract situation. And then you talk to Marchand or whatever players, and they're like, no, we actually have 0 problems with Swayman. That's just completely made up. But the most recent thing was Alex Bregman signed with the Red Sox
For way too much money.
It was a bit of a pricey
$40 million a year.
contract for a player that
Aging.
plays the same position as your all-star. But regardless of how good the contract was, there was a bunch of things in the media about like, oh, there's going to be beef between Devers and Bregman because they both play third base. And then you hear from both of their mouths, Devers said, oh yeah, I'd like to keep third because he's the all-star of that team. He's the face of the team. He should keep his position. And then Bregman comes out and says, I don't care what position I play. I just want to play some baseball. So it was really just a nothing burger of a story that they kind of tried to twist, and I didn't really appreciate that.
Okay, well, so the issue with, I'm not a big Devers fan, so I feel like I can say this, obviously. But the issue with what happened was that Devers said he's not moving off third, even though he's a defensive liability. And to help the team, it would be best if he moved to first or DH. So that was what the issue was, is that Devers was not a team player in this situation.
That is fair, but I think in terms of talking about defensive liabilities, he's not as bad on third base as the holes at shortstop and second one.
But he is a thing they could fix immediately by putting Bregman there. And he's saying, no, I'm not doing it.
I honestly prefer Bregman at second, though, because having an extra glove, like, Devers is a bad fielder.
Terrible.
For
not just bad, like really bad.
Says the Aaron Judge fan.
Who's a great fielder.
He dropped
one ball.
Game 5 on the biggest stage. That was like his most important ball to catch all time, and he fucked it up.
Right, but there were still other plays there.
Compared to other fielders on the team, I'd rather have Devers at third.
I can't agree with that, and that's okay.
Regardless, though, they tried to make a story out of nothing.
They did.
That was my point. Don't love his contract, but Bregman's attitude of just, I want to go somewhere where I can win. That's what I'm here to do. That's what I want to hear from a player that's coming into the organization. So that's, I'm excited about that part.
Yeah, I mean, like there was that whole thing. I guess I kind of critiquing sports media here for a second with Texans running back Joe Mixon, where a reporter complained about the officials, and Joe Mixon never agreed, disagreed, nor made a comment. He just kind of acknowledged his comment and kept going forward. Then the NFL proceeded to fine Joe Mixon, and he came out and was like, that word did not slip out of my mouth. That was completely the reporter, and yet you're fining me.
That's almost even an NFL problem.
So yes, that they further that he fought the fine, and he is not having to pay the fine. But it's just like, why as a media person are you like putting the athlete in that position?
They're like paparazzi for celebrities. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, they should be reporting on the games. They should be asking thoughtful questions, and that's all they should be doing.
Have you seen the Blake Griffin on the Jimmy Fallon show, how he thinks about like reporters?
No, I don't have shit on it.
So it's like a clip of like he tells Jimmy Fallon, okay, go do 30 seconds worth of jumping jacks. And then he does it. And then he comes back, he's panting, he's sitting at the desk. And Blake Griffin just like repeats himself 5 times. It's like talks really fast, says confusing words. And then Jimmy just has to answer, but can't say anything. He actually doesn't know how to answer. And it's like how the press reporters, like the people actually in the locker room, just don't ask the right questions, like situationally. Like the difference between like the press conference right after a game in the locker room, press conference, you can ask a deeper question. You can be like, get into some nitty gritty, like a player has notes in front of them. But like to ask a crazy question, like about officiating or a stat, like in the locker room, that's to me where I think a better line should be drawn.
And I think, this was like on display fully yesterday we're going to regrettably talk about Four Nations in a little bit. But Brady Tkachuk, if you saw his first intermission interview, he was like out of breath. The guy's sick right now, went out there, played his heart out, and then the press is coming in and asking him questions. Like, not the time, not the place.
And the other thing is that there's a clip of Zach Hyman during, it was like the COVID precautionary NHL time, where he's like 8 feet away from the reporter. Again, he's just out of breath, and he's used to the same stupid questions. So the reporter doesn't say anything, and Zach just gives his generic answer.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I haven't asked the question yet. And it's like, why are we asking the same questions to the point where you as the player can just load up your answer without even thinking about it?
Because it's your literal job to think of these questions and ask them to the... Yeah.
Like, there's the reporter for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Do you guys know about this guy? He's like their local reporter, like post-game, and they love him. Like the whole Oklahoma City Thunder team.
Like, is he their beat reporter for?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
And they, as a team, go to him. Like they interview Shea or like Dylan Williams, but the whole team is around him. They're playing with him. They made him like bark one time because he actually like piques their interest. And like, get more of those guys. That's my take.
I also don't need those I don't need those interviews of guys out of breath. Like, what'd you think of the game? That's not like, no one needs this kind of content. Really, I want to. Yeah, I'd rather not see those.
I'd love like a unique perspective. Like ask him about something that isn't so generic. Like be like, oh, Blake Griffin, how did that feel, or like something like that. Don't ask, what did you think of? I don't know, Kevin Durant.
How did it feel when he hit the game-winning 3? Like, what's he gonna say? Felt terrible. Like that. That's where I'm at. Where we need to kind of be more creative now and like, give me some unique takes.
Yes, agreed. That's why I'm a really big fan of like. What Jolly Oliver is doing with like the Mets stuff, how he does his panels at spring training. The other 2 guys that go on the fields,
Bat Boys. Yes, I love
they're
those
great.
ones. Yeah,
because they're funny. The players actually enjoy them, and it's not the same boring stuff that we've seen.
Right.
I think the other big problem with the like going to the players right after they've gotten off the ice or off the field or whatever is you're still at that point in your like your game mentality, your winning mentality.
Yeah.
You're not thinking like not in a bad way, but you're not thinking in like a normal way how you would answering questions. It's just not a good environment. That's why the press conference after is better. Because it's a better environment to actually ask those kinds of questions.
I like the mic'd up videos because that's actually what they're thinking. Like you don't get when they interview Nick Sirianni and it's like coming into the half. It's like, and it plays as the game's playing where he's giving his same generic answer. You watch the mic'd up of the Super Bowl, you hear Nick Sirianni. What do you say about that Devonta Smith touchdown? He was like, just sling it. If we score, it's over. Like perfect. He's not gonna say that in a presser. Oh, Nick Sirianni may. But like
he probably would actually. Yeah.
So some coaches won't say that, but like you actually get what they're generally meaning. I like that way more.
And that's why guys like Mike McDaniels are so much fun to watch too.
Yeah.
Because they will actually say that in a press conference.
Yeah.
No one needs to see like the generic answers. It's so much more fun when they actually get involved and like want to be there.
Yeah. And I know sometimes they have to give the generic answer.
Sure. Yeah.
But it's like the guys who at least push the envelope are what make the sport and like their commentary more entertaining.
100%. Anyone else have any negative sports media or?
Okay, this one kind of came true, but like the whole Canucks thing earlier in the season with
That
like,
was kind of true though.
it was, but I just didn't like how that totally could have been sorted within the organization.
It
Like,
makes you
they were
think,
just poking it.
it makes you think like how bad really was it, and then before it became a huge story, like was there room to fix that before
Yes,
it
like-
blew up
like-
like that?
There totally could have been. Again, I'm not familiar enough with the situation, but there could have been room to fix it. But the media was just like ripping, like forcing the crack open as the Canucks were trying to fill it, and they just forced JT Miller out of.
So so just to give some context, and then we keep going. But the Canucks disagreement, for those of you that don't know, is Elias Pettersson and JT Miller, the two stars of the Canucks, had what was reported to be a disagreement between the two of them. And it was said that the Canucks wanted to move on from one of them. And eventually that led to JT Miller gets traded to the Rangers. But I think Ryan's point is that we don't actually know like where it was in the beginning of this. They definitely had some sort of disagreement.
Yeah.
But it's personal business between the two of them that doesn't need to be aired out in front of the whole world.
Perfect.
Joe, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, stole your thunder.
No, you're all good.
Can we talk about Four Nations like really briefly? I can't do this.
Yeah.
So
Producer Dan is now in the studio.
I will say I will eat my words about Jordan Binnington. What I saw the third in overtime was spectacular. I can't even deny it. I saw like 2019 Game 7 Jordan Binnington. I don't think I have felt a loss like that. Well, okay. I was gonna say since the Rams lost the Super Bowl, but low-key, it was comparable to like when the Mets lost what was it, 4, when I kind of knew the season was over on like a magical run, and I was like, damn, like
Game 4 to the Dodgers.
Yeah. So I think we come back next year at the Olympics. I think it's our year. We'll have our healthy decor.
Yeah, the loss of Quinn Hughes before the tournament, and then the loss of Charlie McAvoy for that last game.
Who now might be out for the season too, which is what they're talking about. But we'll get to that in a second.
But
honestly,
I will say I think the NHL as a whole nailed the tournament. I think it was possibly the best thing we've seen in like sports regarding an All-Star break in a while. Like NFL has just completely lost ship. Like at least, let me go on a tangent. The NFL is buying into the fact that theirs is kind of a joke. They do the flag football.
I like that.
They do the skills. It's okay.
I don't
It's
like
whatever.
it. But I like the idea that they
strongly dislike the NFL's pity to hand out Pro Bowlers, though. That's another thing that I
Drake May found his way into
that
the
is
Pro Bowl.
ridiculous. Drake May, in no regards, was a Pro Bowler.
No.
That's just one thing.
One second.
Dan wants to add something to this.
So going back a little bit, so you feel like you felt more pride in this like USA team than you do necessarily a regular team? Because yesterday on The Fan, this was a topic of conversation across all the shows. Does the USA win or loss affect you more than a Mets, Yankees, or Red Sox loss would?
I'd say
It's a different type of loss.
Yeah.
yes. Like there's always, when like the World Cup comes around, the Olympics comes around, there's a different side of fandom that comes because it's, I'm an Islanders fan, yet somehow I'm rooting for Adam Fox and JT Miller, right?
And Charlie McAvoy.
Yes, exactly. Like I'm not supposed to, but I know it's like, okay, I'm going to put my like actual loyalties aside for something of this magnitude, like kind of a greater good.
It's kind of this unity where it's like when in the regular season, like for all intents and purposes, we're enemies because our teams don't like each other. We don't like each other's teams. But for this tournament, it's not. I walk outside and I see people that may disagree with me about sports, and then I see like my sports allies. It's everyone around me.
Yes.
Is rooting for the same cause, rooting for the same team.
Yes.
And that kind of thing is
I think it
more
also
magical.
It's different when it's like for like a togetherness example, like you see Islanders and Rangers playing on the same line, but then you hear about what like the Kachucks and the JT Miller and all the fights on game 1 of Canada USA, where like Matthew Tkachuk and Sam Bennett are teammates, and Brady Tkachuk fought Matt's like teammate, and Matt was fully on Team Brady, and on Saturday they're about to go back to being teammates. Like it's something where you see that they can put aside like their loyalties, and it's like, oh, obviously I have to now. Like it's
a
beyond
special
me.
kind of thing where once a year, you have this opportunity to just, like Joe said, put aside your rivalries and root for the same team. I mean, it's an awesome thing.
Yes.
I think that's what hits different about this is like, I was upset when the Yankees lost Game 1 of the World Series. That was like comparable for me. But this one just felt so much different just because it's like the whole country now.
Like when Canada scored the goal, Joe was in the room. That room was quiet for like probably 4 to 5 minutes.
We were just silent, like watching them crowd each other and seeing the Canadian flag get hoisted up in TD Garden.
That one hurt.
Yeah.
But next year, I have a strong hope for the men's U.S. Olympic hockey team.
We're coming back with a vengeance.
Big
Good.
chip.
That's going to be really good.
Big chip.
Jeremy Swimmer will start.
He will not.
So
Absolutely.
that way, we'll ensure
I'd even
victory.
make a bet he won't be on the roster.
Who do you think will be on the roster over him?
Well, I don't know off the top of my head.
I think he's still top
Yeah, I
3.
think he's still top 3.
Sure.
All right. Well, anyway, that's.
Well, do we want to go over the games a little bit? For anyone that didn't see.
Yeah, I just want to add one thing, and then I don't know if I can actually discuss this anymore because it really hurts still. We're filming this the day after. I don't know if I could. Ryan.
We watched it like less than 12 hours ago at this point.
Yeah, I'm
Still way too fresh.
My one point was going to be, I think the NHL made a fantastic decision here. I don't know if they go back to this that often in the future.
Because I think they're going to have to look in, like, Charlie McAvoy's out for the season now, probably. Like, that there are serious implications, and ownership won't be happy.
No.
At all.
I think all 32 owners are I think they love the attraction that they brought to the sport, but Charlie McAvoy out for the season. Matthew Tkachuk played through brutal injuries. Yeah. What else do you have, Dan?
But what does this say about the NHL in that there is this demand for hockey and that they cannot market it to these generic fans like me? I only watch when it comes to Stanley Cup playoffs, but this was really exciting. What does that say about the NHL's marketing?
It's like they're awful. The NHL's marketing is so poor.
What I'm actually excited about on a more positive note, though, is up until what was it, 1 or 2 years ago for the World Baseball Classic, up until this last one, Team USA was a joke. Yes. Nobody cared about it, and it was different this past time. But for the first time that we're doing a Four Nations face-off, to have this much buy-in from all 4 countries that they're really serious about playing these games and trying to win, that's really exciting to me, that there is the passion among the players.
Yeah.
There's clearly the passion among the fans. It reached a gigantic audience outside of...
Because I would compare it to the men's Olympic team for basketball, how relatively we have always it's been a no-brainer. It's like USA men's basketball, gold, like bam. But like now that other countries are reaching a like pretty competitive to us, it's really cool. Like that the documentary about the team this summer just came out about the Olympics. How like look at France. France almost won like the gold medal. Like that was a close game.
When we had a team with LeBron James, Steph Curry,
like the players of
like
the generation.
because
we had that buy-in, right? Like they saw that France actually, if Steph doesn't play in the Olympics, we may not have a gold medal right now. Like it's something like that. Of now that we have more competition globally, it's getting our stars engaged. Because like World Baseball Classic, Aaron Judge may play next year. Like that's huge. Like it's really cool to see this.
Even this past time, I felt like Team USA didn't have the best talent that we could have had. Definitely pitching wise, But there were some holes that we left out.
And again, like, this is back to what we were saying about the injuries. Like, Edwin Diaz missed the whole season because he got hurt during the World Baseball Classic. Like, it's always going to be no one can ever ignore the fact that you can get injured, like, during something like this, which is very unfortunate. And I think that's, like, the league itself, if something like a World Baseball Classic or Olympics or something like that, should accommodate more too. Like, in my opinion, next time the NHL does this Four Nations, give, like, the team, like, a little more of a break. Like, even, I'm talking like 1 week, play like 4 less games, the whole league as a season, give the players another week break. Because it was like the Islanders, right? Like, Brock Nelson has to go back and play Saturday. Everyone else had a break. The Capitals had no Four Nations.
They had no Four Nations.
Like, the Capitals have a obvious conditional advantage. Mm-hmm. They got their rest. Their whole roster got their rest. And players who should have been all-stars just got to rest. And it's like, yeah, they wanted to compete, but for their actual team, like, that is a huge advantage to them. But that's just my take.
Dad had one more thing, and then we gotta move on from this.
Yeah, just it's a weird thing to do in the middle of the season because you're not naming the typical all-stars. Talking about the Pro Bowl names too many people, whereas in hockey no one does, and affects contracts and things. But ready for the game?
Yeah, so we have actually 2 games today. We're going to do a quick mini round for time. We're going to do a new game. It's called Return or Touchback. So the name of the game is each of us are going to come with a hot take, and the other 2 guys can either choose to return it, meaning they're going to make a case for it, or they're going to let it go for a touchback, meaning they don't agree with the take. I think Joe has a good one, so he's going to start us off.
All right.
You can't just remember one sentence, apparently.
I have a couple, but I'll start off with this one. I feel like it's a fairly hot take. Rice Krispie treats are so overrated.
Touchback.
Yeah.
It's just marshmallow and crunch.
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Oh, then you return it.
Oh, sorry. I thought
Ryan
it was
on the first try failed at the game.
So what's the one that's like? So if I agree, I return.
You return
yes.
it. Yeah.
Oh, I return it.
What are your
it's
thoughts?
A touchback for me. I mean, I'm letting that one go. I think
they're like a 5 out of 10. Like, it's an okay design.
Have them a lot, yes, but I think you just need to, like, spread out when you're having them.
And the homemade ones are like a 5 or 6 out of 10. The packaged ones are like a 3. They're like not good.
Homemade ones are so good though if they're done right. I don't.
Do you want me to keep going? I have 2 more for you.
Yeah, just rip it through.
Mobile gaming is just as valid, just as competitive as console and PC gaming.
Return.
I'm gonna return that one actually.
All right, solid.
I think mobile gaming has now reached that point where it's.
So you do have games like Brawl Stars and like the.
It used to be such a joke.
Yes.
But now it's like we're getting to a point where there's
like, it is.
All right.
It's getting competitive now. Like not to get too far up, but the stuff that Supercell does with like the Clash tournaments, those are kind of sick.
Yeah, they do full like esports tournaments now.
Like that's kind of cool.
All right, my last take is gonna piss off Ryan. Country music today is just rock.
Touchback.
It's just rock with a southern accent.
Yeah,
that's it.
Touchback.
It's not.
It's not.
If you're gonna compare it to anything, you can compare it to like poetry more.
Yeah, Dan, what do you have here?
Okay, so Joe, I totally get it if you're thinking of the mainstream, but even then, it's more pop. They're more like tracked.
Yeah,
but it's not rock. And then country music as a whole, yeah, of course it's stylized in the similar as rock because basing guitars and the drum beats, things like that make rock and roll rock and roll. You don't have rock and roll unless you have country, bluegrass, western. That all came first. So of course they sound similar.
No, I disagree. I think
Dan gives you this elaborate explain process.
Rock and roll came primarily from the blues, and country adapted guitars, especially things like, well, no, they don't use electrics, mostly acoustic, but they adapted things from the blues and from early rock and roll to fit country. That's my take.
It's just country music now. Yes, some of the more poppy stuff is.
I think we can agree on that at least.
The poppy stuff, yeah.
is closer to pop.
What do they call? They call it like stadium country,
Yeah, but just like
where it's
Like
yeah.
Morgan Wallen.
yeah,
Yeah.
Some of Morgan Wallen, but he does get into like some real country.
Some of his is pretty good. Well, like when I hear like the pop country, that's always negative.
generally, yeah.
Yeah.
But if you listen to like Zach Bryan, I think gets into
yeah.
a lot of
That's
real
what I meant with, like the poetry thing of like it's more songwriting. Like it's not like, you know, verse A, verse B, A prime, B prime, right? Like
there's like the stereotypes about like it's all about like beer and like
and how it's
and like
how to write a country song.
Yeah.
Beer, farm, and jeans.
and,
Like,
and your truck.
yeah.
If you play a country song in reverse, you just get everything back.
Yeah.
Your wife comes back, your dog comes back. You get your truck.
Throw up all your beer.
You can go fishing.
You can go fishing. Yeah. Joe's got some terrible opinions. That's fine.
But most of them are good.
No, Ryan, go ahead.
My first one is Four Nations related. I think Matt Barzal should have been on Team Canada.
I'm going to return. I'm going to say that I think he should have been, but I can't name someone that shouldn't have been.
I'm gonna say touchback for that purpose. It's just like that team was so stacked. I don't know who you would have to get. You'd be able to have to get rid of somebody in order to put him on, and their team is insane. So I don't know who you would want to take.
It's the same thing with Connor Bedard too. We were talking about this earlier. Is like Connor Bedard could have gotten a spot. Like, who does he go on for?
Yeah.
And I'm not upset about Connor Bedard either because he's a sophomore in the league. He has plenty more time. Like I'd much rather see Sidney Crosby, who's going to be out of the league in a couple of years, than see Connor Bedard, because Connor Bedard has possibly 10, 20 years where he can make an impact on the international scale.
All right. And my next one, I feel like this may piss Joe off. I don't know. This is my last one. Just that iced coffee is superior to hot coffee.
Touchback.
I don't drink coffee, so I'm just gonna touch back and take it out of 30. But
Ben.
well, what do you got?
I mean, I like both. I go through phases. Like right now, I'm full hot coffee because it's 15 degrees out.
It's freezing
But
out.
then in the summer, I'll have a all iced coffee. I think there's value to both of them. I can't put one above the other.
Sure.
I have one that I think is just going to spark some conversation for a little bit. Now, I don't know if this is a hot take for a lot of people, but I'm going to say the NFL runs through Philadelphia for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Touchback.
Which one's the debate it? Touchback?
Touchback.
Yeah.
This is we disagree.
Touchback.
Really? Okay. So explain.
I think that, like, I definitely think they have a year or two of, like, their Super Bowl window's wide open. Still. I think, though, that the Lions evidently will kick down the door, I think, at some point.
I hope.
I think, and I'm not saying the Rams, I am saying the NFC West, just for some reason.
NFC West is a joke.
That's a crazy take. I think the NFC West, the NFC West at some point. Hold on.
I'm just trying to piss him off.
The Rams gave the Eagles their best fight all of the playoffs.
What about the Chiefs? You know,
It was a blowout.
Patrick Mahomes let them win.
You're gonna have those casuals.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes let them win because he felt bad.
Again, obviously we know history. I'm a Rams glazer, right? But like the Rams did get, like, statistically gave the Eagles their best fight in the playoffs. Again, I'm not saying the Rams will be the one to like have a shot at a Super Bowl, but I hope. But the NFC West, I think, perennially always is competitive at some point. I feel like the Chargers could get up there, and like, obviously Chiefs or whatever. Like I don't really just talk about them.
Bills.
Like I think there are a lot of
Broncos.
teams. No,
No.
not at all. Actually.
Broncos are on the rise.
Broncos closer than the Rams.
100%.
Whoa.
The
What?
Well,
Chiefs passing in the night.
well, the
Broncos are going
Broncos.
up and Rams are going down.
The Broncos are actually one of 3 teams this season that beat the Chiefs. So
Yep.
that kind of makes them top 3 in the league, I'd say.
Are you being for real? You think the Broncos are ahead of the Rams? And
Yes.
In what regard? Because if it's only Bo Nix,
Their
it's kinda
defense is stronger.
I don't know if I agree with that, but I'm more on the Ryan hate train, but I do actually think that the Broncos are going to be able to move up more than the Rams are.
But I don't think so because they are right now. The AFC West is how the NFC West was like a few years ago, where you have 3 really solid teams and the Raiders, where it's like, hey,
Poor Raiders.
sorry to diss on the Raiders.
Just hired Pete Carroll.
What was their draft pick?
Raiders
Yeah, they were
2, right?
were they
No,
second?
they're 3. They're 3.
Are
They're
they?
I thought the Giants are
5.
3.
Raiders
They're
are 5.
5.
Raiders are 5.
They were that bad, and they're the
3.
5th.
Yeah, because they won.
Where
That's
so
why.
many bad
Anyway.
teams this season.
Hot take. I think Max Crosby is a lion in the next 2 years.
It should be.
But anyway, like the Broncos, I think the Chargers will get there before the Broncos. And I think that the Broncos just have a bigger hill. Like they have a bigger hill to climb in division than the Rams do.
I don't know. Maybe I just haven't seen. I feel like the Chargers get no press, and maybe that's why I really haven't seen much from
The Chargers are very good, though.
But they should have beat the Texans in the first round.
But yeah, so I think though Philadelphia will obviously be a top dog, but I think that the way the NFL like just always ends up shaping up, that I think there's a solid chance a script could flip.
Okay.
I was gonna say the same thing. It's just there's a couple other solid teams at the top that are easily competitive with the Eagles. Bills, Ravens, maybe the Chiefs.
I think
Bills.
this draft class, this is a good draft class, and I think
It's gonna be exciting.
this draft class could shape the future of like the league landscape for a few years. But yeah,
Well, that does it for that. We gotta get to the game.
Yeah.
Joe.
Oh, sorry.
So right now, Joe is winning overall.
also off record,
Nope.
the footage that was deleted, I did win the game. It is written in paper. Matt wrote it in his notebook, but he's just refusing to bring it up on the podcast. So we all heard it here. I have a win, so it is technically 1-1.
No, but it didn't happen.
It did happen. I have multiple
The
witnesses.
scorebug says that it is 1-0. The scorebug says it is 1-0. Clearly,
Production.
you do not watch the
I'm gonna
episode.
quit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna quit.
I was not. Maybe I wasn't paying attention, but I don't remember you winning
I
once.
don't know if that happened actually.
I feel like I'm undefeated right now.
Well, today's category that Ryan can go for to try to tie it up is endowments among private colleges. So we're going through the richest private colleges in America right now.
Endowment scholarships are a sensitive topic.
Ryan, do you want to go first since you're
Ryan,
I love endowment scholarships.
loser goes first?
Yeah, loser does go first.
Okay, can I get Boston College?
Yeah, if you want to start off with right at the bottom,
Oh, so how many? Is this the top 20?
top 25.
Top 25? Can I go? Let's go Yale University.
Number 2.
Harvard.
Harvard is number 1.
Like, can we go Princeton?
Princeton's number 4. You got to eat them up now because it gets tough.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and name the entire Ivy League.
UPenn.
UPenn is 6.
About BC. Did you say?
That is actually that's gonna be -2 for Jake.
Yeah, let's go.
But you said BC. I thought you said BU.
He said Boston College.
Oh, BU.
That does
No.
Way past.
Minus 2.
No.
Minus 2.
This is ridiculous.
Minus 2.
This is ridiculous.
Pay
They're
attention.
trying to make me lose my perfect record.
Forgetting my eyes.
Good. I got them loaded up right now.
Check. You just missed on one.
Well, I was
Can I get a hint?
say Boston University. I'm just curious now. I need to know.
That's great. If you want a hint, already,
A hint?
This is Joe.
There's like 3 things that have been named so far.
their mascot is the Lions.
Should say Hofstra. Leather Pride.
I have no clue actually. Can I just like I don't even. If I say a school, it doesn't relate to the guess.
No, it's still 3 then. Yeah.
Can I Stanford?
Stanford is number 3.
Bang! Bang!
Can I get Columbia?
That would be 2. Yeah.
And is that the Lions?
That's the Lions. So
They're the
that's
Lions.
number 8.
What a
That's
trap!
okay.
What a trap!
I didn't even know they were Lions. I was thinking that before.
Are we out of Ivies?
No.
No, there's
like
8
5
Ivies,
left.
and you barely named 8 schools.
So good. Can I hit Villanova?
No.
Ooh.
Can I get Cornell?
Oh, I'm an idiot.
Cornell is actually not on.
Wow. Ivy League. Get your shit together.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Cornell is 14.
Oh, perfect.
That's on me.
Never mind, Cornell. I'm sorry. Love you guys. Big Red Bears.
You lost to Sacred Heart Hockey.
You did. You're the inferior Big Red, but it's okay.
Can I get BU?
You can get.
You can go fuck yourself. So, cut that out. Sorry.
You can get BU, but that's no points. It's not on there.
Yes.
I was just tricking you. Can I get Brown?
Brown would be on there for 3.
I don't know any other.
There's like 2 left, I think. I can't think of another one.
Of the ones you've named, you're missing.
Ryan said UPenn, right?
Ryan did say UPenn. You're missing 1 so far.
How obvious is it?
I would say it's the least known.
It's one of the nobodies.
I feel that.
What do you have, Dan?
A hint is that in 2022, Sacred Heart beat this school for their football homecoming game. First game of the season at home.
I was not.
That does not
student.
does not help actually.
Possibly thought I was going to University of Delaware at the time. I don't.
That's not going to affect the point totals, but
I have, like, what are the private school? I don't know.
this is bad.
I
Can I
got.
just get Providence?
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can I get Northeastern?
Northeastern is not going to do it.
Can I get Northwestern?
You can get Northwestern, though.
That's gonna be my next one. Trying to think private over public.
That's the hard thing. What schools do we have left? Like, what numbers?
You have 5. You have 7. You have 10, 11, 12, and then you have most of the bottom of the list.
Are you up? I have a guess.
Yeah. Can I get a hint?
Yeah. This school is a D3 school in Boston. Or just outside of Boston.
Can I get like? I'm trying to think of the Boston schools.
I think I know what.
So like Suffolk University.
That's a.
And I think is it MIT?
It is MIT.
I was gonna say that.
MIT is number 5.
Damn.
Oh, can I get Berkeley?
No, not Berkeley.
Either of them?
Well,
No, neither Berkeley.
Private, like the issue really is like the private school.
I might just start naming public schools just to.
Right? Notre Dame.
Notre Dame is number 7.
That's a good one. Yeah. Can I get a hint?
You can. Coach K works at the school.
Coach K.
He has no clue.
I actually don't. That doesn't mean anything to me. Can I get another hint?
Oh, dude, give him a con. Can I steal?
No, it's his turn.
It's my turn. This kid's ridiculous.
He doesn't know who Coach K is. He doesn't.
They are the Blue Devils.
Oh, that's can I get Duke?
Yeah,
That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable.
Boom, 1 point.
all right, Ryan.
Basketball.
Oh, I have one.
No, not Clemson.
Can I get Syracuse?
Not Syracuse.
I'm shocked that it wasn't. Can I get a hint?
Yeah. This school is a baseball powerhouse. Perennially.
Wake Forest.
No.
Can I get? Is Ole Miss?
Not Ole Miss. I think they're public.
Are they public?
This isn't really to the hint. Can I get is High Point on this list?
No.
Can I get a hint?
This baseball school is named after a famous businessman who has a house on Long Island.
Oh, is it Carnegie Mellon?
Okay. Carnegie Mellon is on the list, but not the answer I was looking for.
So that's 3.
That's 3.
Bang.
Roosevelt.
What is that?
I don't know.
What does that mean?
You just said a name.
That's gonna count as a guess, but
Yeah, sure.
that was terrible.
Can I get Johns Hopkins?
Fantastic guess. Not related to the hint, but a fantastic guess.
Hopkins is on this one.
Yeah, dude. It's a medical school.
Am I? Oh,
Yeah.
Ryan's really bad at this.
No, Ryan's no.
hold on. Do not say I'm bad at this. I had some good snipe. I'm just on a little bit of a cold streak right now.
Can I get Johnson and Wales?
Great guess, but no. I just shout out Johnson and Wales. I have a friend that goes there.
Can I get a hint? Is it stupid if I guess Sacred Heart University?
Yes, it is stupid.
Worth a spell.
Can I get like LIU?
No,
Are they public?
I think are they public?
Or they are? Okay.
I don't know, but
Dan's saying yes.
I ignore Dan's hint for right now. I don't know what he's talking about, actually.
Can I get another hint? This is still for a 2, right? Because whatever hint that was.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. This school is named after a president.
Well, is the baseball school?
No, this is a different school.
Is like Eisenhower College this thing?
Nope.
Yeah. Not president.
It's like Lincoln University.
Nope.
Let us go band for band.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, Washington.
Washington University, St. Louis.
That seems apt.
It's
There's Washington State University.
no, Washington University in St. Louis.
Okay.
Can I get a hint?
This school is named after the city Kanye is from.
It'd be bad if I said I don't know where he's from.
Can I get a clarification here?
Yeah,
From or born?
I'm talking like his city.
Okay.
The city he wrote Homecoming about.
So you definitely know.
There's a strategy here for Joe.
There is.
To just
Can I get another hint?
yeah. The White Sox and the Cubs play here.
Oh my God.
Like-
It's just
University of Chicago?
Yep.
Dang, 1 point on the board.
that was so.
I like Joe's strategy actually.
You just gave him the strategy. You gave him all.
I
the
was
signs.
doing that on my own.
Can I get a hint, please?
You're missing one Ivy League, and it's a college. It's not a university. It's called a college.
I'm not gonna get it. Can I get another hint?
It's in New Hampshire.
I have no clue. So if I
Is that a guess?
Yeah, I mean, you can still make a guess.
I just don't know any other private. I'm just gonna like. It's the private school thing that's really the killer here. Is Louisville a private school?
That's not on here. Joe?
They're definitely public. Now that I say that.
Can I get a hint?
Sure. Going back to the same school that I was talking about. The first half of the name is a sport you play in a bar, and the second half of the name, the second half of the name is a body part. Right, I gave you 2 guesses. I'm now spoon feeding it to Joe, and he still can't.
The first part is a game you play in a bar.
Yes.
Oh, Dartmouth?
Yes. That is the
Football overtime victory 2022.
Yankee 10.
I forgot about.
This is also maybe a stupid guess. Is Auburn a private school?
Not on here.
So it's definitely public. I was really confident in that looking.
Can I get another hint?
This is a technology school in California. This is for 1 point if you get this. They're not getting these. I need to spoon feed it.
I'm not getting it. I have more schools lined up. Can I get RPI?
No.
Can I get URI?
No.
I'm pretty sure they're public.
I am public.
Oh, is it? I think it might pass.
Can I get WPI then?
No.
Can I get FIT?
Nope. It is a technology school.
No, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
neither of us are thinking about this technology school.
Technology school in California.
So like California Institute of Technology.
That's all you had to do.
That's
all you had to do.
That is
Bang!
So
Ryan, you had the
I'm
same
so good at
chance
this
to get
game.
that.
How many schools do we have left?
There's
Can I
like
give a hint for this baseball school?
yeah, because this is terrible.
Upset, really big upset over a perennial football powerhouse.
True. I don't know if they're gonna get this still, but
I do not pay attention.
Stony Brook University.
no, you're horrible.
Can I get a hint?
They beat LSU.
Yeah. This baseball school starts with a V. I'm at that point now.
Is it like Virginia Tech?
Nope. I'm giving you letters.
Is it Virginia?
It's not Virginia. It's VA. VA. Starts with VA.
Can I get another hint?
for a different school. For a different school.
Oh, can I get Vanderbilt?
That's it. And I'm not even giving points for that one. That was terrible.
Oh, I should get the second hint then. I'm not getting points.
Yeah, I'll give you a hint, but that's 0 points on that. This school is named after a food, and it's in Texas.
What?
It's a food that many cultures eat.
Can I get Rice?
Yeah, Rice University.
Rice University?
Can I get a hint?
This school is in SoCal. I'm now feeding you answers.
How many
Hold on.
how many
Can we
have?
compare the levels of hints that we just got?
I
A
just gave
food
you the
that-
name of a university, and you're not even getting it.
I don't want to say SoCal, but
Say it, Ryan. Say it.
SoCal.
It's not the answer.
I hate
Joe, go
I
ahead.
get the University of Southern California.
That would be the answer.
This game is so rigged.
It's just that you're bad at this.
You just gave me the hint. A college is a food compared to a college in the Southern California region.
It's called Southern California University.
But there are other colleges.
I've never heard of that school before, and I just guessed it.
All right. We
How
have
many do we have left?
hate this game.
we have 3 left.
What are their numbers? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
It's really low.
Just give me a
13 is one. You're not even gonna get 13.
just give me a
I
was on a hit.
It starts with an E, and it ends in a Y, and it's in Georgia.
Emory Riddle. Oh.
That's wrong.
Can I get a hint?
It starts with an E, ends with a Y, and the second letter is an M.
Emory?
Yeah.
No.
He said it.
Yeah, Emerson. Why not?
Not Emerson.
It ends with a Y?
EMO space Y is the name of the school.
It's not. Is it just Emory?
It's just Emory.
Yeah.
He should not get points for that.
I'm giving you a point for that.
Bang.
Yes, so we do have to end relatively soon. There's one more. I'm going to give you a hint. This is for whoever gets it, because you're not getting the last one was Williams College. No one's getting that. This college is in the city of New York.
NYU.
NYU would be correct.
Bang.
Can we get a point total here?
Yep. After all of that absolute horribleness, 26, 25.
I'm going to be devastated.
Joseph Marrone.
Undefeated.
Because of the comparison of hints that are given on this show,
I don't want to hear it.
actually egregious.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, cut his mic. Cut his mic.
Fed rice he was.
Cut his mic. Can you cut his mic?
That was a food.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Actually posted.
ladies and gentlemen,
I am the undefeated
thank you
champion
for tuning
of
in
this show.
to 3 Points Podcast, episode number 4. We might be back another day with another show.
I'll probably win again.
Signing off on behalf of Joe, Matt, and Dan in the studio. Not Ryan. He doesn't deserve it. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. We'll see you next time.
Why'd you crash out?